And he sent us a video of him standing down here in the police parking lot filming where we park.
Officer Ley Wynne with Lagrange Police Department was filming two women, two other City Lagrange employees, and then asking to come to the place of business at night whenever they are there.
So I'm sure Marshall told y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about this. So what do y'all know about this stuff with Ley?
I don't know Ley personally. Ley. It's Ley.
Ley.
I always say Ley. But anyway, when they were renovating our building, this week we're in the bottom of the Visit Lagrange building, and he sent us a video of him standing down here in the police parking lot filming where we park. And it was at night, and I responded just because a policeman's messaging me, and I'm wondering what.
How did he message you?
He found us on Instagram. So we both work at Sweetland.
Right.
And yeah.
So he sent a video of him standing here in the police department, videoing where you park.
In the back of our building, because we don't go.
Which building is that? This one right up here?
The new one.
The new one, okay.
The new Visit Lagrange. So we always park and go down in the back because our offices are on the bottom floor.
And did you ever talk to him before this?
No, I had no idea who he was. I mean, I knew he was a cop. I've heard of him.
But you didn't know him
But
personally.
I didn't know him. I never had a conversation with him, no. So we both just got a random message from him saying, I'm standing down here in your parking lot filming your building, you must have a ghost. And we were like, oh, what is this? So I responded just to let him know, no, we were there earlier tonight. I know that because the lights were flickering. They had an electrical issue one day. He's like, oh, well, I thought a party was going on. He's like, if it was that much fun going on, I was going to have to come up there. I was like, well, no, we've already left. It's just an electrical issue and everything was
Do you
fine.
still have these messages?
I do.
It's just, obviously it's just odd.
It's very odd.
Yeah.
Well, and us, we have.
It's odd to you, obviously, to
Well, I never would have said anything. Marshall asked that we come say something just because he said there's a similar incident and that maybe, I mean, I don't want to look back and say, well, if I had said something, then maybe this wouldn't have happened or whatever, But
How long ago was this?
2 months ago. And then, it just went into other. We didn't respond after that. After we said, or it was a group text. So he sent she and I a message as a group. And since neither of us knew him and weren't friends with him, she never responded because it'll just show that
It was a request on my end. So because she is my friend, he is not, it was just showing as a request as a group together. So as long as I didn't respond, it didn't get saved into my phone or into my message
And
history.
you have to forgive me. I'm an idiot when it comes to Instagram. I don't know anything about Instagram.
Well, we use it for the shows.
Right.
And so all of our marketing is through Instagram. And of course, we have officers at every one of our shows. So when I see an officer messaging me about our building, of course I respond to it. But then after that initial thing, it was like, okay, this is creepy. You're not just giving me a friendly update that my building lights are flashing.
So prior to this, you'd never spoken one-on-one directly with Ley.
No.
You knew of him, but didn't know him.
I just knew his face because
Right.
I'd known his brother
Right.
vaguely.
Out of the blue, he sends a video of him videoing where you park at y'all's building.
Yes.
And what did he say?
The lights
He says,
were
I'm
flashing.
standing down here in the parking lot filming your building because your building must be haunted or something. And he said Well, I've got a video of it. Marshall said not to show you all that.
He said not to. Why would he tell you not to? Well, I mean,
I don't want to get drug in anything that.
but and that's what I was about to throw out here. If this is not something you want me to pursue, then I'm not going to pursue it.
No, for me personally, I'm not bothered by the dude. Like, he doesn't scare me or anything, you know.
Can I see the video? I mean, you don't have to. You don't have
I don't
to.
care if you see it. I just don't want to be like, you say, Katie, I need that as evidence.
No.
You're gonna testify in court or something. I'm not doing that.
No. If you don't, I'm not going to ask anybody to share anything with me they don't want to. Without getting into detail, there's another incident.
And then it even says that one of my other guys saw me filming your building and said, Sergeant Wynne, why are you filming those lights? And he said, I said, because the place is haunted. And then he said, I never could film it at the right time, but they were flashing a lot faster at one point, and I was like, if the party's that good, I'm coming over. Smiley face. And we weren't even at work at the time. And then I wrote back and said, no, we were there till 6 and everything was fine. He says, I bet. I need to come visit. And then we didn't respond, and then he wrote back and said, if y'all are ever up there late or have to come there during the night, just text me, and if I'm working, I'll meet you there and stand by while you do whatever. That goes for anything you need at Sweetland, too. Got to keep you ladies safe. So it just kept getting like,
Creepier,
we wouldn't
creepier.
respond, and he kept saying, if you ever need this, if you do this.
Of course.
Yeah. Supposed to get our parking lot's taking forever. It's supposed to get a parking lot completed in 30 to 45 days. Time's up. Yeah, that was the end. And he says your new building should be soundproof. LOL. Didn't they put a whole lot of new exterior on it? Ha. And then we still didn't respond back, and that was the last one.
So saying goes for Sweetland, got to keep your ladies safe.
Mm-hmm.
Was it followed by an emoji of a smiley face?
A heart. Mm-hmm.
Oh, a heart, that's even better.
This is his video of him standing in the police parking lot filming the building.
You see, I guess what I find the oddest about it all is, okay, I've worked here for 23 years. If I see something like that, I think there's a problem with the building. I'm not going to find you via Instagram, Facebook,
Right.
Snapchat. any
Oh, well,
other-
obviously he wasn't worried about the building. He was
No,
just
no,
using that as a method.
I know that.
Yeah.
Me, I want to say 911. Find me the emergency contact for the
Sweetland, yeah.
Sweetland, whatever the case may be. 911. Will you call Katie? Ask Katie to give me a call or get a number where I can call her. And I'll call and say, hey, I think there may be a problem with your lights. I'm damn sure not going to record a video, excuse me, and send it to you through Instagram.
Especially when we aren't friends on Instagram.
Exactly.
Like,
If we were
just
friends, it's
random.
completely
Yeah.
different. 'Cause we talk
Yeah.
all the time through, our kids play with each
Right.
other, whatever.
Yeah.
And is your husband Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know your husband. My wife works next door at Southern Orthopedics,
okay.
so that's how I know Josh. I'm blown away. And
Well, I mean, you could tell he was fishing. And so when
see,
we
I'm
didn't respond,
glad you used that word, because that's the word I use. Is
Yeah.
fishing.
Yeah.
Throwing a little bit of bait out there to see
Right.
if I'm going to get a reply, a response,
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. Keep you ladies safe.
And like I told Marshall, I mean, I'm good friends with Marshall. So he was just up there one day and we were talking about it. I was like, oh wait, by the way, what's up with this Ley guy? And he's like, he's just weird, you know. But I was like, well, and then so I told Marshall about those messages, and he was like, like just one thing after another with him. And then that was dropped because I told Marshall this like 2 months ago when it happened. Until today, and Marshall's like,
Well, Marshall and I were talking about something completely different, and something else with Lee come up that we were talking about, and then he told me about you two. And I'm like, are you freaking serious? So that's kind of where we are here.
yeah. Well, I mean, if it helps as far as just having, you know, it on the record that, you know, this is not the first time he's been fishing. But as far as me personally, I'm not worried about him.
Is that all you got? Was just
Yeah,
what? Okay.
yeah, because I never responded, so I don't know this guy at all.
Yeah, well, neither of us do.
Yeah, like nothing. I saw he follows me on Instagram. That's it. Now it shows like if I go to his profile, it says to follow back, and no, I'm not gonna follow back. But that's all.
Smart girl. All right, y'all. I'm not going to take any more of your time. I mean, you pretty much solidified what I knew and what I thought,
Yeah. Well,
and I'm sorry. I hate to laugh about it. I'm not laughing about it. I'm not downplaying it because there's definitely, I got an issue here that I've got to address and fix in somehow, some way, because this is a problem. If it's been done randomly to y'all, it's done randomly to someone else, and you know, usually where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
So,
well, and two, obviously we could tell that it was what it was, but it's somebody else and not as
he never said
aware.
anything sexually, did he?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. Mm. And in your own words, you said you could tell he was fishing.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you know, we just stopped responding. Had we responded to any of those things, like, I want to come over and protect you, or looked like there was a party going on, I needed to come check that out, or, you know, just random stuff, had we been like, yeah, you could come up whenever, or any little thing like that, you could tell that it would have been on. If he wouldn't have stopped. But I think the only thing is with him being a cop, and if he does that to somebody, they may think they are obligated to respond or something just because of his position, but not that I don't think he has a position. Not meaning anything about his position.
No. I know what you're saying. I mean, trust me, the thoughts cross my mind too. Concerning, discerning, to say the least. Anything else? I mean, I'm not trying to. I don't want to push here. I'm not asking for copies of the message because I know you don't want to get involved anymore than what you are, and I respect that.
Well, his kids go to my kids go to the academy, and his kids go to the academy, and since I found all that out, I'm like, I told Marshall, I was like, I don't want to get involved, you know, because if he's watching us that much and keeping up with what we're doing, then he may come up here.
I'm not going to use her name. I'm going to say I talked to an anonymous person who received some messages, blah 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 blah. They don't want to make a complaint, get involved any further, but just made me aware of this, and just leave it at that. And
yeah, because I can guarantee you that wouldn't be his first time messaging somebody.
No.